Hey everybody, it's Ron from Pick Dawgz, and this is Ron's Bank Shop Breakdown. We're going to go over 3 college basketball games for Monday, December 9th, 2024. If you like what you see, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to put your college basketball picks in the comment section below. And if you're looking for my best bets in college basketball and other sports, you can find those at the premium picks tab at pickdawgz.com. There's also a link in the description to my capper page where you can find everything I have for sale. Alrighty, here we go. Here are the games for Monday. Just 5 games in the card in college basketball, so we're just going to go over 3 of them today. Here are those games. First up, we have Hofstra and Norfolk State. This one's 7 p.m. Eastern. Obviously, a very small card in college basketball, so I would recommend treading lightly. We're going to have plenty of more value opportunities the rest of the week in college hoops, but in this game, this is a rematch from last year's meeting, which was a 16-point win for Hofstra, so Norfolk State is playing with revenge. But I don't think it's going to be enough in this one. I still think that the matchup benefits the Pride. Norfolk State has struggled giving up a lot of points from the perimeter this season. Their three-point defense, in terms of the percentage that they're giving up, is not too bad, but they are giving up 46% of their points from three-point field goals from their opponents, and that's the 3rd most in the country. That's bad news facing a Hofstra team that, maybe this year not as sharp shooting as we've seen, but still a program that I trust from the perimeter. A lot of good three-point shooters on this team, and guys that are struggling at the beginning of the season, but should be able to find their game as it continues. And I honestly think Hofstra, they've been very inconsistent this year. 4-0 to start the season, then they lose 2 straight. They had that bad loss against Tarleton. That was not a great loss at all, but they bounced back in the last 2 games with the win over Arkansas State and a win over a subdivision opponent. But Hofstra's defense has actually really surprised me this year. This is not really a program known for playing too much defense, but they've been 123rd in adjusted defensive efficiency, 96th in effective field goal percentage defense, 20th in 2-point defense. So I actually think Hofstra is a decent defensive team, and I think their offense starts to get going as the season continues. Norfolk State, this is a solid team, that's always in the running in the MEAC. They've made the NCAA tournament a few times in recent years, but they are struggling quite a bit on both the offensive and defensive glass. I think Hofstra, when you're a team that's taking a lot of threes, even though the Pride are not a great offensive rebounding team, they should be able to get some second chance looks in this game. I think their offense gets going, and I think they win this game and cover the number on the road. Next up, we have Penn and VCU. This one is 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN+. Penn, so far this season, not great defensively, that's for sure, and they are really struggling to defend the perimeter, which you could say is a big problem against VCU, as they do take a lot of threes, but I also think that Penn, on the offensive side, a pretty solid team. Shot quality-wise, they're getting pretty good looks. They're taking care of the basketball, which is really important against VCU as they force a lot of turnovers. Penn is a good offensive rebounding team, and VCU, not the best defensive rebounding team, so Penn should be able to get some second-chance looks in this game. Also, Penn does a great job of getting to the free throw line, and VCU does take quite a few fouls with its aggressive defense. So while VCU is known to be a very strong defensive program, I actually think Penn can keep up offensively a little bit in this game. And, I think VCU will be able to hit plenty of threes in this one, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to cover this large spread. So for me, I like the over and Penn plus the points. Next up, it's Abilene Christian and Baylor. This one, 8 p.m. Eastern on CBS Sports Network. We talked about that Baylor and Sam Houston game on November 12th, and even though we've taken Sam Houston plenty of times over the last 3 years, and we've covered with Sam Houston plenty of times as well, in that matchup, we were on the other side in Baylor, and it was just a much more beneficial matchup for the Baylor Bears. Sam Houston, an aggressive defense that relies on forcing turnovers for its defense to have a solid day, and they weren't able to do so against a Baylor team that does a good job of taking care of the basketball. Also, Sam Houston struggles to defend the perimeter, one of the worst three-point shooting defenses in the country. Baylor, a good three-point shooting team, was able to make 14 threes in that game at a high percentage. So for me, what we saw in that game against Sam Houston, I think we see similar results in this one against Abilene Christian. Probably not as ugly a final score of 104-67, but Abilene Christian, aggressive defense, relies on forcing turnovers. They're a good defensive rebounding team, much better than Sam Houston, so Baylor may not be able to get those second chance opportunities, but Abilene Christian is the 2nd worst three-point defense in the country. If you're able to break the press and if you're able to take care of the ball, you're going to be able to get plenty of open looks, especially from the perimeter in this game. And I think Baylor, a top 50 three-point shooting team, will have a big day from three-point range again in this one. And if Abilene Christian's not forcing, 15 to 20 turnovers in this one, I don't think they have a chance. Abilene Christian's coming off the nice win against New Mexico State, but I think that was a much better matchup for him. For me, I think we see a similar result to that Sam Houston-Baylor game. So give me Baylor in this one. I'm going to lay the points. And that's it. Those are the games for Monday in college hoops. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe and put those college basketball picks in the comment section below. Again, if you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at Pick Dawgz Premium, and there is a link in the description. As always, this is Romanelli. Good luck.